Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk, and it is that time again for another Free the Piece Friday episode, and yeah, it's another Auto World Ultra Red, and the two regulars that go with it. Alright, so we might be breaking the cycle though. I don't think I've got one to show next Friday, so we'll see what happens. There's a bit of time in between now and then, but we'll probably be looking at something different next time. For the Piece Friday. So we're going to do another Ultra Red. Yeah, it's been Ultra Red City, but I just figured, I've been getting lucky and getting one every week in some way, shape, or form. So kind of be nice just to go ahead and just keep the streak alive. I don't know how many we've done. I think probably 4 or 5 in a row this will be. So whatever. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. This is, of course, Auto World. Of course, this is 2020 Premium Release 3. This is the second Ultra Red so far that I've gotten to add from this release to it. The first one being the Chevy truck. I believe we showed that last week. This week we have the 1962 Chevy Impala SS409 convertible. All right, so let's get into it. We're going to, in normal fashion, we're going to open up version A, version B, and then the Ultra Red. So version A, here we go, limited to 10,312 pieces. You can read all this stuff right here. Interesting information that they do put on here, which is pretty cool. And let's go ahead and open it up in silver. So I actually prefer, there's two versions of this tooling. There's a top down and a top up. I actually prefer the top down version. The top up version has a plastic top. It does look cool for like the lowrider releases and stuff like that, but I think the top down version is just a little bit neater. There's not very many convertible Auto World cars. I think there was this one in a Galaxy, and I think that's the only ones that we've seen that have a convertible format. So pretty neat, and they do it real well. So I like this casting. It's nice. It's not like a casting that really speaks to me like some others do, but it's definitely a nice one. And it looks really good with this red interior and the satin silver poly paint job. Still very heavy, even though it doesn't have a metal roof. It's got a nice weight to it. Of course, it's metal on metal, as Auto Worlds are. There's your tooling number right there, number 43. You got red lined wheels and our tires, and it looks pretty good. Like that. What does the plate say on this one? SS409. All right. So there's your version A. Version B, I think, looks a little bit sharper. Even though that silver looks really good, this one's in tuxedo black. Love when they do cars in tuxedo black. They made more of these as well. There's 13,552 of this version B car in comparison to the 10,312 of the other. So they made more of this version B set for whatever reason. They decided to do that. Here you go. You can go ahead and read that. Of course, we want to look at card art quick. There's the card rendering, SS409. So same plate. On this one, we'll verify it when we look at the actual car. Here was the, did I show this? I don't know if I did. There you go. And thanks to whoever commented, a big duh moment for me was when I look at the plates and I try to read these things, like, why don't you look at the card art? It's right on there, plain as day. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess that is easier than trying to look at the little lettering that's on the plate of the car. All right. So we learned something. All right. Back of the card, really not that interesting, but cool card art design, looks good. It's we're used to it from Auto World. Let's go ahead and open up this one. It's the same trim level, right? SS409 convertible for this 1962 Impala, and here is the car in black. So basically exactly the same, just in the black. Yep, even the silver like trim line, even though you can't see it on here, it's on here. So looks great in black. These look fantastic. And then the hood opens, of course, on this one as well. And it just looks really good in this gloss black. I love Auto World cars in black. I would like to just get like the group of all the gloss black ones together. I think that would look pretty awesome just to have all those grouped. It's cool to have a bunch of Ultra Reds next to each other. I've got a ton of Ultra Reds, obviously, and it's really cool to get them all together for a party. But I think it would be cool to get all the black Auto World cars together. And I think they've done a black version of a lot of the castings. I don't think all of them, but quite a few of them have come out in a gloss black version over the years. So I enjoy them. I think they look great. They just look fantastic. And you guys know I'm a huge fan of Auto World. You can watch my channel, and if you're new to the channel, you'll pick that up pretty quickly. All right. Lastly, we get the Ultra Red. So what you have to do to figure out what this is limited to, it's going to be, and you guys can get out your calculator if you want. I'm not going to calculate it in my head. It's 10,312 plus 13,552. Whatever that equals, multiply that by 0.03 to get your 3% of production, of total production, and that is how many of these there are. Again, it doesn't matter whether this is on a version A or version B card. That makes no difference. At least it hasn't so far. Who knows? They could always change that in the future. But for your store releases, it's not going to make a difference which card you find it on. There are some really oddball exceptions to that. But yeah. It's going to be the same car, no matter what packaging you find. So I could find this in the version B. It doesn't matter. It's going to be the same car. For this series, we'll open this up. The Ultra Reds, and I mentioned this in the last episode. The Ultra Reds for this series have white interiors. White. Actually, do they all have white interiors now that I'm thinking about it? I don't know if they do. This one does. And you guys are just going to have to hang on 1 second. I got to check something real quick. So take a look at that Ultra Red. Okay, yeah, just wanted to make sure. The other truck I have does have a white interior. I just wanted to make sure this wasn't a fluke. So yeah, they all have white interiors. They have white tires. They have the Ultra Red color. That's the traits you're going to find for this release. Now, it's not, of course, the traits that you're going to find for all releases. I've given this lecture 1,000 times. Sorry for the repetitiveness if you are an avid watcher of the channel, and thank you very much for watching. But yeah, I still have to explain it. White interior, white tires, Ultra Red body. These cars will go, if there is a discernible trait difference between the version A and version B car, the Ultra Reds in this series will take after the version A car. In this case, much like the Chevy truck that we looked at last week, this isn't going to make a difference. It's not going to make a difference on this one because they are the same. There is no real trim difference or anything like that. No, the same wheels basically. Well, actually, they do have different wheels. You know, this one has black rims, so this one is not going to have the black rims. It's going to have the rims of this one. And you know what, though? I almost want to say it doesn't even have those because, well, I guess it does. Yeah, anyway, that's what it would have. It's going to have the rims of that one, and that's how you tell it's part of version A. The car I know of in the series that's going to be the easiest to tell is the Chevy K10, which I don't have that one in hand yet. I don't even have it coming or anything. I don't have it yet. It's the most desirable one. But that one is the one that's easy to tell that they go after version A. All right. Well, anyway, this thing looks wonderful, even with the white tires. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of the colored tires. I've mentioned it. I love Auto World dearly, but I can still be honest and say that I just am not a fan of that. I get it. It's a chase model. But part of the reason why I really fell in love with the Ultra Reds is, number one, I've always loved this ruby deep wine red color. I've always been a big fan of that color in particular. I have guitars that are that color. I just always liked it. So that's one reason. Another reason is I always liked their chases because they were just like another color variation of the car. Now I get it now that they've produced a lot more of these castings and stuff. They have to start mixing stuff up. Otherwise, you're going to have cars that look identical in all of the chase cars. So I get it. They have to mix it up, and it's cool. It's kind of cool to play with the traits a bit, and I'm sure they have fun doing that. So I totally understand it. It's just I like the normal colored tires, you know? That's just me. But it's all right. I still collect all these, so I still collect them all. But it is the reason why I don't really collect Green Machines, and the reason why I don't really collect White Lightnings, unless they're just a white body with the black tires. It's the reason why I don't really go after that kind of chase, is just because I don't go after a chase just because it's rare. I usually like to go after chases because they just look cool. In the Auto World example, they do look cool, but I really I've gotten so involved with Auto World that now I'm just a completionist, and I try to get every single Ultra Red, and that's crazy, but whatever. It is what it is. All right. And that's it. That's going to be it for the episode. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Another Free the Piece Friday, another Auto World one. And I do think this looks pretty cool. The white tires, it doesn't look bad with the white tires and the white interior, regardless of how realistic it is. But, it does look kind of neat, I guess. So pretty cool. I mean, if I was to buy one of these, though, and drive it around in real life, I think I'd pick the black one. All right. All right, thank you guys very much. Please participate. Free the Piece Friday. Go ahead and open up a car on Friday, or the day before, or whatever. Post it on Friday, and tag me in the process. Facebook, Instagram, put it on YouTube, all that good stuff. Draw my attention to it any way you can. I'll definitely check it out, and I do appreciate it. So thank you guys very much. Have a good day.